Hi, I'm Morgan Freeman. Well, I'm not the Morgan Freeman. He's old and wrinkly and has much more money than I do. And he's pretty popular. Sorry, I'm trying to record this in one take and it's not working. At any rate, I'm going to answer the YouTube survey with a story. And I couldn't think of any better way to answer the story, to tell the story, than in Morgan Freeman's voice. So without further ado, here is the YouTube survey. And I probably don't even sound like Morgan at this point, just some old man from Mississippi. When I was 8 years old, my father told me he'd come and pick me up. We'd spend the weekend together. Well, it was a late Friday afternoon. I had just arrived home from school and quickly packed my bags. Everything inside of my suitcase was ready to go. And I stood there at the door, waiting for my father to show up. An hour went by, 2 hours, 3, and sooner or later I figured my father wasn't going to come. Well, the next day I called and there was no answer. The day after that I called and there still was no answer. It wasn't until the next week that my father told me he didn't come because of traffic. Well, me being an 8-year-old boy, this settled in really deep, thus blooming my fear of abandonment. In fact, that's how I discovered Santa Claus wasn't real. I was about 4 or 5 years old, and I thought to my gut that I was going to see Santa Claus. What is a gut thought? I don't know, but I'm trying to stay in character. I'm sorry. This story is just so touching. I was I was 5 years old. I was 5 years old. I don't think Morgan Freeman was ever 5 years old. Or if he was, it was during Shawshank Redemption. That's the youngest that man's ever been. Or driving Miss Daisy. Anyway, I was 5 years old. I should title this video, I was 5 years old. I was 5 years old. How long was this? I was 5 years old. And I went downstairs and saw that the cookies, which were Oreos and lactate milk, had been drunked, sipped, gone. And it dawned on me that my mother was the one eating the cookies and drinking the milk every year. So that's when I found out Santa Claus wasn't real, and I had this idea that I was going to expose the truth for the rest of my life. Go on and just challenge everything. This is probably all bullshit, but it makes sense for now because it's in Morgan Freeman's voice, which is just some old wrinkly Mississippi dude by now. The most embarrassing thing my mother has ever done, I don't know how it transitioned into Bill Clinton. You know, I don't think Hillary's going to run in 2016 because Barack Obama's done such a fantastic job of shutting down the government. Okay, we're staying on task, staying focused. I don't have ADHD because I'm Morgan Freeman. The most embarrassing thing my mother's ever done was show up to an event that I had planned and coordinated and tried to run the thing. Come to think of it, that was pretty embarrassing. But she did eventually step aside and let her son, her baby, do what he meant to do. My career, if I were to choose one, being Morgan Freeman, and having a long career of acting in movies, my career would be to go on and to continue challenging the truth and continue exposing people to the real value that they have inside of them. Because I struggled with abandonment my whole life.
Aw, you poor thing.
Okay, no, I am going to continue doing this voice. Well, I hope that's been entertaining for you. Because I'm having difficulty keeping my voice down so low and crackly. That's all I've got. Bye. Morgan Freeman.